Yeah, we back in the building once again, y'all. Mm. But this time we down in Atlanta. Yeah, we down in the ATL this time because we got to talk about Cash Out. Y'all remember who Cash Out is? I'm gonna remind y'all who he is. One hit. Well, he got what? Two singles, one hit. I mean, one of them kind of smashed. I mean, everybody know who Cash Out is down in Atlanta. Cash Out got some fans there when he came out. He came out doing the Atlanta wave at the time. But if y'all don't know what's going on with Cash Out, a couple years back, they actually locked him up for some charges. RICO charge, pimping, all sex trafficking, all this type of crazy shit. Basically saying that y'all remember that website, that internet on the internet, that website they shut down, Backpage and all this. Y'all remember that? Yeah, a lot. Or some people, some niggas like, smoke. Oh, don't bring up no Backpage, nigga. Nah, y'all remember Backpage back then? Yeah, that part. Remember they shut that site down. Pardon me, they shut that site down because plenty of of illegal action that was going on that site. Well, Cash App was one of the dudes that they actually got on that site dealing with females, allegedly saying that females was working for him. He was forcing them to do activities that they wasn't supposed to be doing. He was forcing them to work and all this. And the shit is crazy because now they had his mom. They sentenced his mom too. They sentenced him, they sentenced his mom, and they sentenced his cousin. And they saying his mom played a big part of this also. And yeah, we got to talk about all this because they smoked Cash App Boots out the court. I mean, they gave this dude 70 plus years. I mean, they gave him life, basically, what they saying. What I'm saying. They gave him an offer of 25 years. They gave him a plea deal of 25. Now keep that in mind. Before we continue, they gave the nigga the plea deal of 25 joints. They like, yo, we're gonna give you a quarter, nigga. Take that or we're gonna trial. He decided to take his day in trial. And obviously then they smoked him out the goddamn court. See, I would have took the 20. Now, see, I'm gonna explain all this because if I got a lawyer, my lawyer come to me and I'm paying you this money, nigga, and my lawyer, and I'm looking you eye to eye, and I'm like, yo, listen, Duke, we got a chance in court, or like keep it real, keep it 100%, nigga. Do we have a chance in trial? If the nigga tell me some type of low ass percentage, or we don't have a no chance in trial to beat this, oh no, I'm taking that 20, I'm taking that quarter. I'm gonna do 10 off that, and I'm gonna try to give him some time back on the rest, that part. But we gotta talk about Cash App because they smoked them out of here. Let's get this show started, man, because this is some nasty work coming going down there in Atlanta. I'm telling you, didn't I tell you they're not playing RICO charges with these rappers? Yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up. It ain't gonna hurt your feeling. It ain't gonna cost you. That junk is absolutely free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't even know what you're waiting on. What are you waiting on, to be honest? Make sure you keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping these videos. And share the video, by the way. Also, shout out to Team Smoke Gang. Shout out to everybody that got their membership. Shout out to all my supporters that been supporting the channel. Appreciate all y'all. I mean, that been smashing that subscribe button. Couldn't do it without y'all. Let's get this copyright out the way. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel, on this channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational, entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play also owned by the original creators. So if y'all don't know what's going on, man, this was going on. They smoked my boy out they smoked him out the courtroom. You see the state rapper Cash Ass sentenced to life in prison after being convicted of grape, we're gonna say grape, RICO case. His attorney had asked for a 30-year sentence, saying that the state recommend 25 years before the trial, which he hadn't accepted because he wanted his day in court. Now, he could have copped out to some 25, 30, whatever, this and that, know what I mean? But he wanted to have his day in court. And he wanted to take her to trial because he felt like maybe he could beat this. Maybe he could beat the RICO charge and all that. Well, obviously he couldn't because they smoked him out of here. This is all the count that they smoked him on. Nasty work, right? Let me tell you something, man. Before we get to the clip, we're gonna go. Now, man, we're gonna get up to date and everything about this. But let me tell y'all something, man. If I'm paying a goddamn lawyer, man, and my lawyer, like I said in the beginning, and I'm telling my lawyer, listen, man, we got too many charges over here, champ. Let me explain something to you, lawyer. Do we even have a chance to take this shit in trial and possibility beat it with all these charges I'm facing? If that lawyer looked at me face to face and be like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, I would have like, give me the percentage. You would have given me the percentage. That shit would have been low as hell. Oh, nah, we're not taking this to trial. That's number one. Number two, I would be like, yo, eye to eye. Don't be looking over there. Don't be looking over here, nigga. I don't want you looking nowhere but me. Eye to eye, lawyer. Do we got a chance to take this shit to trial and obviously beat this? That nigga would have told me face to face, yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, champ. We don't got a chance. With all the transaction shit going on and shit, what you was doing with the women's, and then you gotta remember, they even had the females on stand. They had one of his ex-girlfriends on stand. According to Cash App, he basically dated a lot of, I guess, females that was in that escort service life, if what you want to say. And when he dated the escort service ladies, obviously, he, you know what I mean? They saying that, he kind of pimped them out even more. But this according to him. But the Fed said different. The Fed said, nah, nigga, not every female was an escort lady, nigga. You turned them to an escort lady. That part. That's according to the Feds now. It's just nasty work, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Let's get to the news clip so y'all can understand what's going on here. But let's go back to the news clip so y'all can understand what he's getting charged with and all this little back page shit that they got in transaction on a bank, money transaction, all types of bozo shit that this dude was doing with the females that they know goddamn well they ain't playing with these internets and technology that they have right now. They might not get you right then and there, nigga, but they gonna get your ass a couple years later if you continue doing that bozo shit on these internet and on technology on these phones that they got. Yeah, keep it up. I keep telling niggas, y'all better stop this shit. But let's get to them, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, smash and share this video. Y'all know the vibes, man. Light one up, man.
New at 5, we're learning more about an alleged sex trafficking enterprise involving Atlanta rapper Cash Out. Bank statements were revealed today in court. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live in the newsroom. Ashley, you found out more about those actual transactions.
Yeah, Linda, bank statements revealed a number of transactions on the adult site Backpage. The investigator testified he found it unusual to see multiple large deposits of money back to back at a single bank.
What were those deposit amounts?
500, 500, 900, 600, 600.
Prosecutors laid out a money trail for jurors.
3 check card purchases at Backpage.com.
Alleging Atlanta rapper Cash Out, whose given name is John Gibson, and his mother, Linda Smith, had an enterprise profiting from prostitution.
For this Cash App account, what's the display name?
Linda Smith, Mama Cash.
An investigator shared his findings from bank statements connected to at least 4 different bank accounts spanning from 2013 to 2022. Gibson, his mother, and cousin, Tyrone Taylor, are accused of forcing women into sex trafficking.
Let's continue. Now, this is a couple of days. We're going to tune into the new news report for today. But I'm just trying to keep y'all in tune on what they charging them with. They bringing up back page transactions, all type. They saying Mama Cash Out was the head randomly. She was the head honcho of this shit. Like, yo, I feel bad because you got your mama sentenced to 30 years, champ. Like, that lady old, you know what I mean? That now she got to rot in jail and shit. Hopefully she could do 10 of them joints and come home and still be healthy and maybe could get some time back or some shit. But the way it's looking, they saying Mama Cash App was like she was like the head honcho of this shit. Like she was sitting back collecting all the money type shit. You get what I'm saying? Basically, they was on some pimping shit. All of them, all 3 of them. And they saying that she knew what was going on because they got transactions of mom and all this. They got nasty work. I don't know what people think when they be doing shit like that on these internets and on these phones and shit. Knowing it's gonna come back and haunt you. Let's continue though.
Weeks of this trial, jurors heard harrowing accounts from alleged victims. Bank statements show rent payments were made to locations where some of the alleged trafficking took place. The defense argued against presenting those documents and maintains Gibson didn't force women into sex trafficking.
My concern, obviously, and my objection on the record would be that these are hearsay, that they're simply allegations, they're pleadings, and they're not final judgments. So for those reasons, Your Honor, I would object to these documents.
Okay.
It's relevant as to showing the outflow of money from Kiera Adams' bank account and used to benefit Linda Smith here, who's the at least registered lessee of this location.
And advocates are speaking out about these types of trafficking cases. A federal jury just awarded a victim a multi-million-dollar judgment. I'll share those details tonight on Channel 2 Action News.
That part right there, at the end, what that lady said. They not playing with these type of cases, yo. You see what they try to do to Diddy. The reason why Diddy escaped that shit, to be honest, because Diddy got way more money, more connections, and he's more powerful than a one single hit, one single wonder cash app. Because when we get to the update news, oh, the judge put that nigga in his place, say, oh, you one hit single, whatever, you took advantage of these females. And, yo, listen, then it's a female judge as that. In the beginning, I would have been like, yo, I want to change judge, man. I need a male judge because I don't feel too comfortable with a female judge on it. And then on the charges that I'm facing, actually. They're not playing with them sex trap. They're not playing with you know what I mean? You hitting escort people, you hitting entertainment females. Yo, come over here, come drive over here. And they driving state to state. You flying these Instagram ladies out and all this. Because if something get nasty, something happen. One of them little Instagram females and one of them entertaining females get, know what I mean, get tired of your ass as a celebrity. Oh, they're gonna say all types of lies. Even though you might could beat the case later on, because you might got the money to handle the business with the lawyers and show proof that this lady is being delusional and she's lying. But say you don't got that type of money. That part. Say you can't fight that type of case. That part. Say that you got her and three, four other goddamn women that just come up and be like, yeah, he did this to me and all this. And say they got proof and say they got recordings of you talking crazy to them, threatening them. Because that's all the people got to hear is a threat. One of the females go to, yeah, he threatened me this and this. And next thing you know, you dogging it out in the room and all this against her will. And you got your own recording, or it's over. It's night. It's lights out. Now you might could beat the charge because obviously there's cameras and shit like that. Whatever you at, it can show that she's not being taken advantage of, or she's walking out the establishment happy and smiling like it's nothing, like everything was a good night. That could be proof of that. But if you ain't got no proof of nothing and you running some shit like that and you flying these entertainment females across the states and all this, and one of them females start acting crazy and send your ass to jail and all that, now you got a whole case you gotta fight. You might be guilty, you might be not guilty. You probably are doing shit like that to these ladies, and we don't know. I'm just throwing this in the air. Which niggas gotta be careful when you playing with that type of money and you get in that type of world. You can't just be like hitting these little damn female, yo, come out here, fly her out and shit. They can hit you all types of charges with that. If the lady want to get spooky with you a couple years later and don't like your ass no more. It's a lot of, and let me tell you something. They got to change the law on that with these females be lying. As far as like, because it's a lot of cases where we see females lie on celebrities and lie on people about serious charges like that. And I believe that they should come out with a law with these females or people. Let me just say people, vice versa, ladies, old men, whatever. But most of the time, we see this happen to us, to males, that these females do this a lot. It goes on from the higher up down to the low. Pause. There should be some type of charge when it comes to proof that the lady actually was delusional and lying out her ass. Pause. And sitting there and putting the guy through all this process of him getting locked up and all this. There should be some type of consequence or some type of law that, I mean, if you continue, you do this shit one or two more times, you could be facing jail time over this. That'll slow a lot of these lines, a lot of these cases that come out that prove that sometimes these females do be lying in court. Because I'm not saying here, I mean, taking up a cash out and all this, but I'm just saying there was a lot of cases where we do see females do be lying. Let's be serious here. Let's cut all the shenanigans out. This shit been going on for decades because we know there's a thing that called woman rights. So when you got them woman rights and all this and shit, there ain't no men right, nigga. We don't see no men chart walking down, marching and shit. Yeah, we need men right. Nah, know why? Because they look at us like we goddamn heroes. We superheroes or we robots or some shit. Like nothing can happen to a man. But when it goes to a woman, you got more laws on them. You got the woman right law. You got all types of shit. So when a woman lie about a lot of allegations like that, that's serious like that, that can lock a person up for 30 plus goddamn years or some shit like that, and say that this is the second go around that she did this, oh, there should be a law that her ass gonna get locked up for 5 plus something years for continue lying with these allegations, playing victim with each person that she actually meet that got money or some shit like that. There should be a law on that. And hopefully they should be, because there's a lot of lies that be out there, man. We see that a lot with these celebrities, man. Some of these celebrities' careers be ruined because of that shit. I sit back and wait on that. How many celebrities' careers were ruined because of lies and allegations because they had to fight that shit in court. And then when it goes down to the end, it was a whole lie, but the picture of the image of that person is still damaged. People still gonna have second guess. Oh, he just had good lawyers. He's a possibility. He could have still did it. Nah, if that lady continued doing that 1, 2, 3 times, there should be some type of law to lock her ass up if she lying all the time. That's all I'm just gonna throw out there. But let's continue. Let's get updated to the new part when they sentenced this nigga. They smoked his ass out the boots, out the court. Gave this nigga life and shit because he should have took the 25, to be honest. Let's get updated though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, man, because this is nasty work. This is like a learning lesson for everybody. For niggas too. All y'all niggas that got that money, y'all niggas want to fly these females out, man. Y'all better, I'm telling you, y'all better slow down on that shit. Slow down. And stop being aggressive on every female y'all meet. That part. Let's continue.
Atlanta rapper known as Cash Out will spend the rest of his life in prison.
That's right. So after a jury convicted him of rape, sex trafficking, keeping a place of prostitution, and a whole lot more, 11 Alive's Grace King joins us live from the newsroom. And Grace, you were in the courtroom as all that drama unfolded. What stood out to you?
Well, Ron, I cover a lot of court, and typically if a defendant talks during sentencing, they'll show remorse or ask for leniency. Cash Out didn't do any of that and instead claimed the victims who came forward were bullied into doing so.
On Monday, John Michael Gibson took the mic one final time, not as the well-known rapper Cash Out, rather as a convicted felon fighting for a chance at freedom.
You know you can be falsely accused of things Jesus was falsely accused of. One day, the truth will come out that these things never happened.
A jury found him guilty on roughly a dozen charges, including RICO, rape, and sex trafficking.
It's never behind me. It's always with me, even in my sleep and my subconscious. It changes you. It shakes you to the core.
Several victims and their families shared stories of the trauma they still endure.
Using his one-hit wonder status to steal their person. He and his mom literally stole the souls of all the women that they victimized.
The judge.
Let me tell you something, man. You heard that judge? That one hit single status, nigga. You took advantage of these female soul, nigga. Like, they not playing with these cases, bro. You can hear it. They not playing with these type. They done seen Diddy escape and skippity bop, nigga, through that RICO charge. Because they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough proof on Diddy's side. They were just showing domestic. That's it. This one right here, they were showing transactions on the money. I mean, women's taking a stand, crying, family members taking a stand. I mean, it was witness at the witness at the witness at the witness. I mean, they were smoking them in that court. And when you get that type of sympathy and people crying and all that, and you know what I mean, that shit hit people hard. Some people probably got daughters and nieces and shit like that, granddaughters and shit like that. So when they see that, they're like, nah, we're not playing with you. We about to smoke you. We gonna get you up out of here. He should have took that 25 or 30, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. He should have copped out or something. Let's continue, though.
The state proved those victims' stories beyond a reasonable doubt and showed no leniency as she sentenced Cash Out, his mother, and his cousin to decades in prison.
Court heard and viewed evidence demonstrating the very worst of human behavior toward other human beings.
His cousin expressed disappointment over the outcome.
And I didn't do.
Mama Cash Out said she'd accept whatever fate she deserved.
When the verdict came in, I wasn't angry at all. Not at all. I was so sorry for the victims, and I pray for them and will continue to pray.
Now, I did speak with one of the jurors after court earlier today. She told me it was a tough case to hear, but that she's confident in their guilty verdict.
All right, Grace, thanks a lot. By the way, we did.
Damn, Mama Cash Out. They even said her name on the news. They said called her Mama Cash Out. Ain't that something? Damn, man. They done smoked Mama Cash Out, gave her 30. That lady, a old lady, man. You know what I mean? Like, now she got to spend day in there. She might not even know what I mean. God bless. Hopefully she could get some of that time back. She could do a couple years and come home, see a little bit of that sun's light, know what I mean? Because she's an older woman. We ain't talking about no 21-year-old mom here, 19-year-old mom here, 30-year-old mom. Nah, we ain't, nah, this lady's an older woman here, man. But you get caught up in that fast life and all that, and you know what I mean? And shit catch up to you, man. You can't be playing sloppy games like that. And then the ex-girlfriends take the stand talking about, yeah, he did this, he did that, and all this. Oh, yeah, they not playing. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button.
Was found guilty on several counts, including pimping and aggravated sodomy. Cash Out, once known for hits including Cashing Out and She Twerkin', will spend the rest of his life in prison after being sentenced Monday for his conviction on charges including rape and ex-trafficking. Here's what the rapper had to say in court today before sentencing.
No woman could ever say, I done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I can say you had these women that never had anything to say about me before this indictment, before the RICO. You had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. You have no heart. You have no heart. And I know people want me to stay in line or walk a toe, but when you speaking something truthfully and you speaking from the heart and you know that this is not your character, something must be said.
John Michael Gibbs
Let's continue.
was found guilty on several counts, including pimping and aggravated sodomy. Prosecutors in Fulton County claimed he, his mother, Linda Smith, and cousin, Tyrone Taylor, operated an ex-trafficking enterprise for several years in Atlanta. This has been going on for 7 years, said Fulton County Prosecutor Ernell Winfrey, according to WSB-TV. This ain't just straight pimping, this is trafficking. Cash Out was also found guilty of 2 additional counts of ex-trafficking, but not on a third count. The jury also acquitted him of an ex-servitude count, aggravated assault, and a place of prostitution. The rapper was arrested and detained during a prostitution sting in June 2019. He initially faced even more charges, including aggravated assault, simple battery, human trafficking, pandering, and obstruction of law enforcement officers, according to jail records obtained by Atlanta News First. The verdicts came after a weeks-long trial over whether the defendants used their record company, Pires Music Group, LLC, for ex-trafficking.
So what they trying to say, the feds were saying they were using a little record label they had going on, Cash Out, and I guess his cousin and his mom and all that. They was using that as a front. Sign bringing them, I mean, you know, with the money transaction and this and that, and there's some women's probably telling them, selling them dreams, thinking they're gonna be an R&B singer and all this. You know how this shit works sometimes in the industry. These niggas be doing what these people be doing. They sell you dreams. Next thing you know, you in the industry sitting on everybody's lap. That part, I'm gonna say it that way. Now, so you know they got you in the industry sitting parties and shit. You sitting on everybody's goddamn lap. And you didn't even come out with a single or nothing. You just got a little video coming out on YouTube or some shit like that. That's how they, I mean, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know if Cash App was playing like the lady, the judge said, your one single status and all this, because you know he did have that single. I mean, that single that shit was smashing the radio. I remember that single. It was smashing the radio at the time. But maybe he took advantage of that and turned females into doing things they didn't want to do. Because obviously, if the feds was watching you for 7 years, woo, I'm telling you, boy, it's nasty work. Let's continue with this last one, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man.
On count one, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement. Count 12, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 22, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 1. Count 23, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 22. Count 24 on the lesser included offense of battery, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 25, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 5 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 23. Count 26, pimping, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent.
I mean, she was just reading them counts like that shit was just regular numbers and shit. Like, I don't know, man. Cash out. I mean, man, I wish you luck, champ, but you knew what you was doing. You made some sloppy goddamn moves on the transaction. You got Mama Cash out here serving 30 years because of the shit y'all was doing, whatever. I don't know if y'all was organizing this shit according to Cash Out. He's saying they got the wrong shit going on. They got the wrong image. But when you got transactions and you got witnesses and you got people taking a stand and they got video evidence of the house when they raided the crib and what they found in there. It was a nasty ass trial, man. The shit that they was explaining on the stand, what they found in the crib when they raided the house and all this. Go do your research on that. Know what I mean, yeah, y'all see what I'm talking about, but. Yeah, shout out to Cash Out, man. Hold it down, champ. I don't know what to say after this, but whatever. On to the next video, I guess, nah, man. So y'all already know the vibes, man, because it's some nasty work, man. So I want to hear y'all smoke on this, hear y'all comment. Do y'all think they gave him too much time for his sent for the shit he got charged with, or you think they just made an example out of him? So I think they just made an example. Like, we ain't playing with y'all rappers no more with this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my video, man. On to the next video. Salute. I'm up out of here. If they know, they know. You already know, man. It's your boy Smoke News TV. If they know, they know. I'm out of here. Salute, gang.